Hey everyone, welcome back to another PNSO review. Today we're taking a look at Zabad The Edmontosaurus. Man, it's so refreshing that PNSO is finally consistently doing herbivores. It was like 14 or 15 carnivore releases over a span of like almost a year and a half that we did not get one single herbivore from PNSO, but lately they've been churning them out at a decent pace, and very excited for their Edmontosaurus. It's absolutely beautiful figure. It is based off Edmontosaurus regalis, and that species has been kind of done to death from other dinosaur companies, but this one right here is probably the best version of this figure. Retails for $49.99. Got mine from AliExpress. Leave the link down below in the description if you want to pick one up for yourself. So let's just go over the package really quick before we check out this bad boy. Is number 80 in the Prehistoric Animal Models line. Got a nice picture of Zabad, I guess that's how you say it, right, on the front of the packaging. On the side of the box with a picture of the silhouette of the Edmontosaurus with that goofy looking comb, and then inside the box we do get a pamphlet with some information on Edmontosaurus. It is a quite large animal. This poor guy's trying to run away from it. We have a car for scale. This is the artwork that comes on the poster that we'll get to in a second. Some product shots of the Edmontosaurus, blah blah blibbity blue, and some information about it. That's reference to the Dakota specimen. That was quite the important Edmontosaurus find, blah blah blah. And inside the box here is the poster of a little bit of a trimmer looking Edmontosaurus than the actual figure you got, but it's nice to see original artwork instead of just a promotional shot of the figure on these posters. So that will do it for the packaging. Let's throw this thing up on the turntable and take a closer look. And here's the Edmontosaurus out of the packaging, and this is an absolutely gorgeous looking figure. One of the best hadrosaur figures ever produced by any company. This thing is truly stunning. I know I said it earlier that Edmontosaurus regalis has been kind of overdone, but this is definitely the best version of the species to date. Really wish they did annectens. That is quite a popular species. A lot of people need for their Hell Creek formation displays, but I am quite happy with this Edmontosaurus, and plus PNSO is known for doing multiple species. Maybe we'll get an annecten sometime down the line, but yeah, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. You have that nice chainmail armor around the neck, the comb on top of the head, those bright blue eyes just look absolutely beautiful on this majestic herbivore. It's just a big, bulky, powerful looking animals. I know hadrosaurs are always depicted as being these simple prey to take down. This thing would absolutely f up a theropod that tried to tackle out. These things are just pure muscles and bones, and they are just very heavy animals. Montosaurus is up there with one of the largest non-sauropod dinosaurs, I think right behind Shantungosaurus. So yeah, pretty cool looking animal. I absolutely just love this figure. It's just beautiful from head to toe. PNSO has been really good with their hadrosaur figures, and this one is definitely the cream of the crop. And now for some measurements. This figure is 13 inches long from the tip of the snout to the tip of the tail, at 33 centimeters, and about 4.5 inches tall to the top of the hip, so 12 centimeters. So Edmontosaurus is between 30 to 39 feet long and 9 to 12 meters. So I'll put this figure somewhere in the 127 to the 136 scale range. And now let's zoom and take a look at some of the finer details on this figure, starting with this absolutely gorgeous head sculpt. If you take a look at the beak right here, going to the days of, the duckbill beak looking like a duckbill, it had more of a hook to it. Let's get the camera to focus in on that. More of a hook for snipping off vegetation. You can see that nice keratin sheath sculpted in nicely on the beak. You can see the nostril sculpted on here. And then zooming in, you can see those nice piercing blue eyes, with black people absolutely stunned and love blue eyes on dinosaurs. And over here we have this soft tissue, which is kind of like a comb, like a rooster comb on its head. There was a specimen found with that preserved, and it was an Edmontosaurus regalis specimen. That's why on the few annectens figures you see, you don't really see that comb. Doesn't mean it doesn't have it. It just hasn't been found with that yet. Edmontosaurus is such an important dinosaur. We know so much of what this animal looks like. There's been many skin impressions, dinosaur mummies of this animal. So when you have a figure this well done, this is probably the closest you're going to get to what a real dinosaur looked like in your collection. I just think that's absolutely fantastic. And then going down to the neck, you can see these very large scales covering the whole neck that protected the neck from predators, almost like a sheet of armor on the neck. And then going down to the base of the neck, the underside of the neck, you see a nice, thick and powerful, just full of muscles in there. And here's a view of the head from the top. And one thing I like about these scales, you have this nice wash over there, give that caked in dirt look on all these large scales. And then going down to the very bulky and powerful body of all nice proportionate scale detail all over the figure. Nice natural brown coloration with these dark stripes on here. These animals were big. They probably didn't have bright colors on them. I know we get on PNSO for doing drab colors, but I think this nice natural color scheme fits really nice on this Edmontosaurus. And you have this nice row of spikes along the top of the back, along to the tip of the tail. This has also been found on specimens of Edmontosaurus. And then going down to the very powerful front legs, you can see all those muscles bulging in there, some folds around the elbow, and then going down to the front, you can see that that single hoof on there. That is from the Dakota specimen. So those 3 digits were encased in this hoof, I guess to protect them from when this animal walked around on all 4 legs. And then on the other side, we have this nice cream coat, all these folds and wrinkles. And let the figure turn over. Let's do our dinosaur bum check. There is the cloaca slit. And then going down to the very thick and powerful hind legs. Those are all nicely sculpted. You get some dark coloration for the bottom of the feet with brown for the hooves. And then going down to the very thick and powerful tail. You do not want to get hit by that. It'll probably be like getting hit by a car. You get more of those nice striping going all the way down to the tip of the tail. And the tip is done in a dark color. So yeah, all around, this figure is absolutely gorgeous. As I try to destroy it by knocking it over, it's just such a beautiful and well done figure. I just love how lifelike it looks. It just has a ton of character packed into it. And moving on with comparisons, here it is with Collecti's 140 scale human. This gives you an idea of how big Edmontosaurus could be. And let's do a couple other Edmontosaurus figures. Here is Collecti's from a couple years ago. They're pretty much the same size. The PNSO one's around $50, and the Collecti one I think is like in the 30s, so it's almost, like just under double the price. But the heft and quality of this one is definitely worth it in my eyes. I know I've complained about PNSO's prices in the past, but this one feels like it's worth the $50. And let's just move the Collecti one off to the side, and here is Safari limited take. Not as big, but I think they do look pretty nice next to each other. You can see the Safari one came out like just after the Dakota information came out. The figures already sculpted, had that oven mitt look that we saw on hadrosaur figures from the past. And one more Edmontosaurus. Here is another Safari one. This is their Wild Safari Edmontosaurus. And let's just zoom the camera in really quick. You can see the difference, like how much of our understanding of these animals has changed over the years. You got the nice hooked beak on the PNSO one, and on this old Safari one, it has that more traditional, retro duckbill look. Let's do a couple of PNSO's other hadrosaurs. Here it is with their Parasaurolophus, which is a great looking figure, nice and chunky. And here it is with their Allura Titan. I think I have to hold this one by the tip of the tail. It is warping a little bit. Another great looking figure. And here it is. I also consider this next PNS one, I do consider one of their better hadrosaurs. It's a Centaurosaurus, but man, do I hate that $60 price point. When that thing came out, it was in the museum line. They always charge more. And just look at the size of the $50 Edmontosaurus versus the $60 Centaurosaurus. It's basically highway robbery, but I just still love that Centau figure. It's just every time I bring it out, I gotta bitch about that $60 price point. And next up is the Horseshoe Canyon Formation group shot. These are species of dinosaurs that were found alongside Edmontosaurus regalis. We have PNSO's Albertosaurus, Holland Edmontonia, Collectes Struthiomimus, and Holland Pachyrhinosaurus. Yes, it is Pachyrhinosaurus lacusti. No one has made a Pachyrhinosaurus canadensis figure. I really hope someone does that one day, because I really need one of these for these group shots. And lastly, here it is with PNSO's Wilson. Yes, I still have not picked up Cameron, and now that PNSO's back to doing lips, I'm gonna wait it out, and when they release a lip T-Rex in 2024, that's when I'll be picking up my next Rex from them. So, final thoughts on PNSO's Edmontosaurus. I'm gonna say it, and I've said it during the review. This is the best hadrosaur figure on the market. It is very lifelike. It is extremely well done. It has a nice heft to it, and all our scientific understanding of Edmontosaurus, current understanding, is captured beautifully in this figure, from the soft tissue comb on top of the head, all the large scales along the neck, the hoof covering, the digits on the hand. Just all around, it is a great figure. And like I said earlier, we know so much about Edmontosaurus. You know, we get nice figures like this. It's the closest that we have to a real dinosaur look like in our collection, and it makes this figure very special. And like I said, beginning of the review, you can pick this figure off AliExpress. Link is down below in the description, so that will do it. I'm going to get back to my Beast of Mesozoic reviews over the weekend. Just going to do Eotyrannus and Tarbosaurus, and hopefully my Holland Good Alamosaurus comes in. I'm really looking forward to taking a look at that big beast. I absolutely love sauropods. So stay tuned for all that. And as always, if you're enjoying the content on the channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously and is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one.